What is going on YouTube? Hitting back making another brand new crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, XLM, as well as the S&P 500. As you guys know, we do a different cryptocurrency here on the channel every single week with your guys' help. And on that note, we are still doing our crypto coin display giveaway. Yesterday's giveaway, we're still waiting for the person to reach out. If he doesn't reach out, I'll probably be giving one of these away once again a little bit into this week. So definitely make sure to stick around. Otherwise, you do have a chance to win one of these every single week here on the channel. All you have to do is comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below, as well as subscribe to the channel. Make sure to do both of those things, as I will be checking, and if you're not subscribed, you won't win one of these. These are worth $130, and I like to give one away every single week to you guys for, supporting the channel. So definitely make sure to do those two things down below. Otherwise, what we're going to be looking at in today's episode is obviously this never-ending bear run, or bearish reversal that keeps pumping on cryptocurrency. We've been pretty much out of the market for the past couple of days, just, shy of, the major reversals and, uncertainty that's pretty much flowing throughout this market again. It's pretty insane to see that right now the market's at $1.38 trillion. We've pretty much lost about $700 billion in less than, I'd say, a week, which is absolutely insane. It's really just, incredible to see how much volume has left this market so quickly over the past couple of days. Now, Bitcoin actually is holding more of its dominance than everything else. So what it appears to me is that mostly crypto or volume is leaving from other cryptocurrencies than Bitcoin. Just last week, Bitcoin was at 40% in regards to volume. Now it's at 47%, so almost half of its market cap, currently the entire market cap, is within Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is increasing its value as it is the number one crypto, or maybe that's how people are, exiting their money through Bitcoin. But everything is down, guys, and you can kind of see that coins are down a lot more than Bitcoin is. Bitcoin's only down 11%, 30% overall, but Ethereum is literally down to, it's down 17, Doge is down to 30 cents, down 12%, Binance down 24. Everything is down double digits, 20% all across the board. Like, when is it going to end? That's really the question that everyone is asking me. And I kind of have an opinion on it. I'd like to explain it to you guys later on in today's episode. But every single coin is down 20 to 30% across the board. I just looked at 100 cryptocurrencies, and every single one is down about 30%. And that is something we have to discuss and go over. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to join us over at Discord, as we have over 1,400 people in our group. It's completely free. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. All right, guys, like I said, we are still here on the current coin market cap. You can see what I was referring to, that every single coin off the top 100 is down about 50% on the week, and about down 30% today. It's a very brutal, bloody market. The question is, when is this going to end? I'll give you guys my opinion. We're going to talk about this in a second. As you guys can see, I am on XRP. So what have I discussed with you guys in the past couple of days? Let's get on the same page here, because we have a lot of new people here on the channel, and a lot of people need answers. So right now, we've been looking at the way this market's moving. About last week, we discussed that we were trending inside a sideways channel with a clear resistance level at about $1.62, which you can see is right here on XRP. And we needed to break above there and close the daily above that resistance level if we wanted to anticipate a run back to the upside, all the way up to $2, so on and so forth. Unfortunately, we didn't. We've been hitting this for quite some time now, actually since early May, and we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, 8 days of, retesting that resistance and not getting enough support to break through it. What I did not expect, we did discuss that if we had actually closed below this support level right here, it'd be a good chance to short to the downside. Now, hopefully some of you guys took advantage of that. I know some of you guys took advantage of that. I actually stayed clear of it for right now. I tried to buy back in right here for a run back to the upside, anticipating us to retest at $1.38. And I did get stopped out. I like to be transparent. My channel was originally made to just show you guys my journey through the crypto space, showing you guys my losses that I make in crypto, my profits that I make in crypto, and sometimes I am wrong. I want to be transparent about that. And other times, I can be right. So it's really just letting you guys, fully understand that I can lose money. I'm no wizard in the crypto space to be 100% accurate on every single trade that we have here. But initially, we did close below here, and if you did buy in, you'd still be making money shorting. But I do have a few things I want to say about that. So ultimately, markets are dropping. We discussed in depth yesterday that we are being, withheld on certain cryptos above support here. And I just kind of want to show you guys the other cryptocurrencies. We have Ethereum, which is kind of hanging out at its moving average right here at support level. Bitcoin's below there as expected. Chainlink is below there, unfortunately. And so is XLM, which broke below there. And that's not something I anticipated either. So for right now, most of these cryptos are dropping below their moving average. I was not anticipating that, but I did make it very clear the past day that as we start to hang out, the longer we hang out at this moving average, the better the chance we have of reversing through it. And that's why since then, I've been pretty much staying dormant from investing back into crypto, because personally for me, it's way too choppy right now for me to be throwing money in. Yeah, it was a big short opportunity for a lot of people. And I know that there are more aggressive traders out there that watch this channel that have no problem taking advantage of shorting this. If you want to do that, then more power to you to short it. That's totally fine. But as an aggressive trader, yeah, things might look like they want to continue to reverse downwards. I just like to steer clear of it. It's definitely harder to buy into a market or short a market when there's so much FOMO and FUD being spread throughout the market that manipulation is very easy to overtake a market like this. And that's why we have to be slightly patient. So I am waiting for this to slow down, as I do believe it needs to slow down. And then I might be able to pick up on some more trends. We're looking for, ascending triangles, descending triangles, support levels, resistances, channels, fractals of any sort before we start to buy back in. So I'm looking for those currently. What I do notice and what I've been noticing here, and this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, because the question really is, what's going on and when is this going to end? Ultimately, what I'm noticing is all the cryptocurrencies are starting to become oversold on the daily. Now, on the weekly, we do look to be, pretty average, about 50 on the relative strength indicator. But for the dailies on most of these cryptos, we're now retesting oversold. Ethereum is retesting oversold. Bitcoin is oversold. We have Chainlink, which is retesting oversold here. We have XLM doing the same thing. Every cryptocurrency has had this dramatic experience and this very aggressive drop on the coin. There is a downtrend we can clearly draw out. You can see how ultimately that has sent us right back down into bottom support. We are currently retesting oversold. We're, overextended on the MACD, where we're extremely bearish. And we're really looking ultimately for that reversal back up. That's ultimately what we're looking at. Now, when I've seen markets like this doesn't just ultimately continue to drop. I know a lot of people are waiting to, reverse back up. And I don't want to sound biased into this, because I do have cryptocurrency. I do have Chainlink, as I've discussed multiple times here on the channel, that I just have left in the account that I forgot about. And that is continuing to drop, which is understandable. And I feel like that might help us, and not necessarily be biased, but I feel like, I might be able to connect with a few people here on the channel that watch that might have cryptocurrency in here and don't want to sell out. And I'm really not worried about it. I had about 8,000 in there. I just want to be completely transparent with you. And it's looking more like $3,800. And I know to some people that's going to hit hard, and people are going to be upset that they saw their positions half entirely. And yeah, it is. Anything I've invested into cryptocurrency to me is completely a bill, and I have to be comfortable, and you have to be comfortable with losing that. And what I'm getting at is I don't think, I would not sell out in crypto at a loss. It just doesn't make sense to do so yet. It's proven 10 times over that it's paid off ultimately every single time to just keep hodling. So if you have, money in it, I'm not recommending that you sell it. We do talk to the short-term people that like to scalp the market, that like to buy in and short, or buy in and long it to the upside and leverage trade it. That is a completely different market that I'm talking to right now. But ultimately, with my money that I have in cryptocurrency that's invested, which is now going to be long-term, I'm not too worried. And I think some of you guys have to understand, it is still very possible for, all these cryptocurrencies to, at some point, they could continue to drop. They really could continue to drop. We could easily see XRP go down to 47 cents. Very possible. Likely, not necessarily short term. That's my opinion right now that I'm seeing on the markets. I don't think we're going to head much lower. I mean, we've had now 50% losses across the entire board. Every cryptocurrency is down 40 to 60%, 60% being the highest. I just want to see this even more so. We've had 70% drops across the board. 70% of an entire cryptocurrency is gone. PancakeSwap, 63% of it's wiped completely off the face of the planet. It's absolutely insane to see how much all these businesses are losing. So 60% overall has left entirely. 70% was the highest drop this week. So we have to just consider that at some point that is going to stop. And to others, that might be a good buying opportunity. And ultimately, what we're looking for is an opportunity for those short-term hodlers to buy back in and swing us, leverage trade us back up to what is now going to be the moving average, if not higher up, to the resistance level on XRP. So I am looking for the bottom. We are going to find a bottom, and I do think we are going to bounce off that bottom and head back up because we're becoming so undervalued and oversold. Right now, what we're experiencing is FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. People are getting very nervous to see their portfolios dropping so quickly that everyone's selling out. A lot of those people that, are just invested on Robinhood, don't really know much about cryptocurrency, said, shit, this is, really bad investment, I'm just going to get out of here, are now completely selling off at a loss. And, that's what's pumping the market to drop even lower. You just have to understand that and experience that. At some point, that's going to reverse back to the upside. And we can use Bitcoin as a reference tool for that. I just want to show you guys this. And I do strongly believe we are going to be heading back up short term. Whether it's all-time highs, I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe we're going to be heading quite a bit back up. And I just want to show you this right here. So this is a good reference for some people. You can see right here, once we hit the top here on Bitcoin at $20,000, we started to reverse lower, and we did. We did reverse lower. We fell all the way down to $10,000. I just want to, put this in perspective here. We could even use this top. We hit 20,000 the first time. We fell all the way down to, and this is why a lot of people are considering that we're going to see another, retest of all-time highs before we fully see our, big crash to the downside. Consider this. We fell about 31% the first time on Bitcoin. We reversed all the way back down. People thought this was the end. We retested 20,000 right here, clear as day. Reversed all the way back down to $13,000. These 3 days, we thought it was the end. We saw a big reversal doji forming right here, and we shot all the way back up to create a double top resistance, which was, very common to happen at all-time high levels. And then we immediately reversed downwards. Now I want to talk about another thing. So from that reversal, now we fell even lower. We fell from $20,000 all the way to about $11,000. This is about a 47% drop, guys. Understand that. 47%. Understand most of cryptocurrency right now has fallen about 60%. And I've talked about this over and over and over again to everyone here that we're going to experience about a 60 to 80% correction on cryptocurrency. And most of the cryptocurrencies now are starting to see that. Bitcoin, total right now is down 30%, but a lot of other cryptocurrencies are down 40 to 70%. So really, we're waiting for Bitcoin to continue and the rest of the market to continue to drop. But short term, there might be a big lapse back upwards because usually after big reversals, we tend to swing back up. It's like that second wave of uncertainty for people that might be able to get their last lick in if they have bought in. Ultimately, you'd have to now wait after that to miss that train to, wait another 3 years before you can buy back in. But immediately after that reversal, we then shot back up. So we fell all the way to 10,000. We lost 50% entirely. And then we shot all the way back up. We went to 16,518. And then we went to $17,000. A few weeks, maybe 2 weeks after that, we went back up to 17, which is slightly higher, but not at all-time highs. And then we've just continued the downtrend since then. Now, flashback to 2021 right now, moving back to the present, you can see currently what I'm referring to. So ultimately what we've seen currently, this might be the top. This really could have been the top right here where we had our first reversal and our first drop on Bitcoin, down 25%, and then we reversed back up to top resistance at 60. This could be the first drop, but ultimately I don't think we're just going to continue to spiral down. We might at some point move back up to top support at some point or another, at least to its moving average. I want to show you guys what I'm referring to. You can see usually after that big drop, and the second we confirmed breaking below our moving average right here, we fell all the way back down. We come at some point back up to retest that moving average. It usually happens. And ultimately, because of how quickly and abruptly Bitcoin currently fell, there's a good chance it's going to come back up to that resistance. We are going to be having a bearish cross here, and we're pretty much sending ourselves into that bearish market market that we've all been dreading. But I do think this is going to be undervalued. Maybe we fall back down to 30,000. We consider that the drop ultimately from the top is about a 51% drop, which is okay. I understand that. But maybe we'll retest. Either we reverse from here back up, which would be about a 46% jump to the upside, or we hit, 30,000 and then reverse back up and we get about a 50% jump. Ultimately, what I'm saying is I'm not entirely worried about buying into these cryptocurrencies, anticipating, the drop to the downside. At some point or another, we are at some point going to be swinging back up, maybe not nearly as high, maybe not going to all-time highs, but at least getting back to that moving average, as it is going to happen very soon. I think this is probably going to be the end of it the next couple of days, and maybe next week we'll start to, tinker back to the upside, because right now we are trending, extremely oversold. Markets are just undervalued. FUD is just taking over. And at some point, I do believe we are going to need to come back up just for balance to the moving average, which is currently sitting at $50,000. That's what's going to happen. And when we see that 40% swing back up to Bitcoin, the other cryptocurrencies are going to move up too. So XRP, now entering undervalued, will probably swing back up to $1 and ultimately probably even higher, because Bitcoin is much lower on its moving average than XRP is. XRP is only down about 10%, not even from its moving average. Ethereum will probably do the same. Ethereum hasn't moved at all. So when we see Bitcoin swing all the way up, we could easily see, Ethereum come all the way back to retest its, top resistance, which might be $3,000 on the coin. And it goes on, and on and on and on. But it might be the bottom for these cryptos. Ethereum seems to be kind of aligning that path, and mainly because it's now retesting oversold. And also, consider the fact that we do have this beautiful ascending fractal here, and we're now back at the bottom. I mean, this is a sad drop, but it was anticipated. What goes up does come down. And we should be able to see that consolidation. But, I mean, you can look at all my videos the past couple of weeks. We've mentioned that Bitcoin was in a bearish divergence, and it still is in a bearish divergence, and this drop was needed. I've made many videos in the past that Ethereum was at all-time high, and I did not want to touch it with the biggest, 10-foot pole out there, which would all be 10 feet, by the way. And I would not want to touch it because of the major uncertainty that's flowing within the market. And that's why I've been fairly dormant from investing into these cryptocurrencies right now, because of the major overbought that we've been seeing within all these cryptos. Chainlink and XLM, they both have these ascending fractal patterns for XLM and Chainlink. And I do think that we are at some point going to come back up, at least to retest $32, if not higher up, and get inside our ascending fractal. It really all has to do when Bitcoin decides to reverse back up. But Bitcoin's 45% jump to 50K would be on Chainlink about, let's see, price range from here up. That's a pretty big jump, actually, if you ask me. But I do think we're going to have to reverse back up. All the coins are now becoming oversold. It might be a good buying opportunity for other people to now leverage or dollar cost average their positions. And what I mean by that is buying in at these bottoms, because I do think we're pretty damn low on these cryptos. And short term, we'll probably see a reversal back up. But that's really my take on the market. I'm not worried. I'm not selling out of my Chainlink right now, even though it's very low, considering I had bought it right here at $42. We're now at $16. So it really looks disgusting, but I'm not worried. When I go back up, which I think will probably get us closer to $34, that's when I'll sell out, take my $1,000 loss and move on from there. Or continue hodling. Maybe we'll go back, inside this fractal. But that's pretty much all I have to say. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.